Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are reading chapter 1 of The Awakening Starseed, which you can find chapter 1 free on my website. It is free to read, and you can find also the rest of the book down below in the description too. But let's get into it. Sylvia blinked, her eyes adjusting to the strange, soft light filtering through the canopy above her. Her mind felt blank and strange. As if shrouded in fog, the rich, unfamiliar scents of alien flowers and damp soil filled her senses. A reminder that this was a world unlike any she knew. As she sat up slowly, Sylvia noticed that her hair, silver and almost ethereal in its sheen, shimmered in the dim light. In her confusion, she realized there was something familiar about her appearance, yet also something amiss, something she couldn't quite name. Unsteady on her feet, Sylvia looked around, marveling at the world that stretched before her. Towering crystalline trees glittered with faint colors, and pools of water reflected the light as if they held stars beneath the surface. The world felt alive, pulsing with some hidden magic. Yet, as enchanted as it all seemed, Sylvia felt an ache in her heart, a gnawing emptiness that came from not knowing why she was here or who she truly was. As she moved through the trees, a quiet rustle caught her attention. She froze, instincts sharper than memory kicking in as her eyes scanned the shadows. But before she could investigate further, a figure stepped out from behind a tree ahead of her. The woman was graceful, her steps light, and her movements almost as fluid as the streams that trickled nearby. Her long hair cascaded over her shoulders in waves of blue and purple, and her pale skin seemed to reflect the gentle light of the twin suns above. Her blue eyes held a kindness that set Sylvia at ease, though a part of her remained cautious. "Hello," the woman greeted, her voice soft yet steady. "Are you lost?" Sylvia's mind was a whirlwind, her words catching in her throat. After a moment she nodded. "I think I don't know where I am, or who I am," she admitted, her voice sounding fragile, even to herself. The woman's expression softened. "You must have traveled far," she said, her tone compassionate. "I am River, Princess of the Healing Waters." "Sylvia!" she replied, the name slipping from her mouth as if it had always been there, waiting to be spoken. The sound felt right, though little else did. "Sylvia," River repeated, a faint smile gracing her lips. "It's a beautiful name. If you don't mind, why don't you come with me? You can rest in the Healing Waters Kingdom. It's peaceful there, and maybe we can help you remember." Sylvia hesitated, her instincts whispering to remain wary, but something in River's presence calmed her unease. There was a gentleness and sincerity that soothed Sylvia's nerves. She found herself nodding, following River as they moved through the dense, vibrant forest. The walk to the kingdom was quiet, their steps a soft rhythm against the forest floor. River pointed out plants and creatures as they walked, her voice gentle, almost like she was sharing secrets with the trees. "These flowers," River said, pausing to touch the delicate petals of a pale blue bloom, "are called Lumeria. Their scent can help ease pain and calm the mind." Sylvia inhaled deeply, letting the subtle, calming fragrance wash over her. The tension in her shoulders began to melt, and a faint smile crept over her face. Your kingdom. Is it all like this? She asked, her voice hushed in the quiet of the forest. Even more beautiful, River replied. There are pools that shine in moonlight, rivers that glow like stars. It's where I grew up. It's home. I hope you'll feel that way too, at least for a while. Her eyes sparkled with warmth, and Sylvia felt a quiet thrill run through her. They continued on, Sylvia's unease fading with each step. She sensed something in River, a deep well of compassion and calm. As they walked, River's kindness began to fill the empty spaces in her heart, spaces she hadn't realized were there. When they reached a secluded pool, River stopped, kneeling by the water's edge. Here, she said, dipping her hand into the crystal clear water. This is one of the healing pools. The water can mend wounds and soothe the spirit. Sylvia knelt beside her, hesitating a moment before touching the water. A strange warmth pulsed through her fingertips, spreading up her arm, filling her with a gentle light. For a brief moment, she thought she saw flashes of memories, stars, endless and vast, the cosmos swirling around her. The sensation left her with a bittersweet ache. River watched her with soft eyes. Does it help? Sylvia looked up, meeting her gaze. It does. More than you know, she murmured. She felt something shift between them, a connection she couldn't yet explain. For a while they stayed by the pool in silence, the gentle sounds of the water and distant birds filling the air. Sylvia felt like River's presence, like a balm to her restless mind, grounding her. She wondered why this woman she had just met felt familiar and safe. A part of her, though, hesitated to let go of her defenses completely. She didn't know what lay in her past, or what dangers it might bring. Still, River's quiet strength made her want to trust again. Unbeknownst to them, a figure lurked in the shadows. A man, seemingly a passerby, watched them with cold, calculating eyes. His movements were smooth and unassuming, blending into the surroundings as he kept his distance, listening intently. The man's gaze flickered, a subtle gleam betraying the predator within. It was a reptilian, concealed in human form, silently following, watching. He sensed something unusual in Sylvia, something that threatened his kind's plans for Glacia 9. River rose, offering her hand to Sylvia. Come, I'll take you to the kingdom. Sylvia took her hand, the warmth and reassurance filling her once more. Their hands lingered together for a heartbeat longer than necessary, and in that brief touch, Sylvia felt an unspoken promise of understanding and care. She was already beginning to feel safe, as if she had a place here. The shadowed figure observed them closely, his eyes narrowing as the two women continued down the path. He moved silently along the trees, watching, calculating. His orders were simple: observe and report back. But he could already tell that this stranger, this woman with starlight in her gaze, was far more than what she appeared. He would bide his time, waiting for the right moment to strike. As Sylvia and River walked on, Sylvia felt her heart lightening, her connection with River slowly deepening. For now, she felt a peace she hadn't known in what felt like a lifetime. Little did she know, however, that a quiet danger lurked behind them, patient and watchful, eager to bring this fragile peace to an end. All right, so that is chapter 1. Again, you can find that down below in the description on my website. It is free to read, so go ahead and go check it out. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. All right, so goodbye, guys.